Are you in some serious trouble now?
For a long time in the Def Jam community, there was considered a tie between over 15 possible combinations that you could make. But over time, this opinion has shifted. And at number 5, we have martial arts and street fighting. Now you might be thinking, how is a combination with only two styles better than one with three? Well, it's simple. This build has one of the best neutrals you can get in the entire game. The 3 neutral punch combo is true, fast, and does a lot of damage. If you want to mix things up, you can also do his backwards punches, like 2 backwards punches as well as 2 neutral kicks as well. These are really good, especially the neutral kicks. Now his heavy kicks could be better, but they're still good. And that's because he has this iframe kick. He also has a heavy kick that's really good for getting grabs off. Unfortunately, his forward and backwards heavy kick are the same. And now for the most critical factor that makes this created character a threat. The infinite. Technically speaking, the 3 neutral punches is an infinite. But you gotta block cancel it so good that you're better off just doing it like if you manage to get behind the opponent. But another thing that makes this person so good, like I call him Bad News Brandon, but what makes martial arts and street fighting so good is the haymaker. This haymaker is exclusive to only 2 style builds that got street fighting in it. Technically speaking, wrestling and street fighting with those combinations have the most powerful haymakers. But with this, like this combination, it trades in speed instead of like not necessarily damage because the milestones, but it gets speed. So the haymaker is fast. You can mix it up a lot, but you can't use it off a block. Like if they block you, you can't use it. This build only has 3 weaknesses. Number 1, milestones. In terms of stats, it can't be stronger than a build with 3 styles. Number 2, no kickboxer. If you're gonna play creative characters, kickboxing is an absolute crutch. Most of the time, if you playing someone like online, or maybe even your friend, and they got kickboxing in there, ultimately that's gonna be a big problem. Number 3, no submissions. Any build with submissions, and I mean actual good submissions, those are true threats. But other than that, this build will mess you up if you know, and you will mess people up with this build if you know what you're doing.
Time to take notice. You got no skills. Any last words, punk?
When you go to prison, the most important thing in your life is going to be booty.
Y'all better listen to
A man's butt. Booty, getting some booty, is more important than eating food. It's more important than drinking water.
Alright, let me stop trolling, bro. Alright, let me stop trolling. Number 4 on the list is dynamic. Wrestling primary, kickboxing, and martial arts. This build is a mixture of Red Man and Method Man in one combination. The most important things to note about Dynamic is that he is one of the fastest builds in the game and has one of the highest damage outputs in the game. This is because he has wrestling first and kickboxing second or third. Wrestlers with kickboxing get a very high boost in their kickboxing damage, which allows for easier stuns and so much, I'm gonna say TOD potential. Every punch string that he uses is good, but you can actually benefit most with his forward punches, because you can get at least 3 hits in before doing some sort of mix-up. Backwards punch kick also has an iframe, like tip-up kick that you can use if you whip your first hit. Another thing too is use his backwards punches. His backwards punches are the fastest of all of his punch strings. Another good tool that you can use in neutral and on the wall are his 3 neutral kicks. The string is true, and it's also good for just dealing out damage. You gotta keep in mind that Dynamic, while he is like high damaging, the problem with him is that he doesn't have street fighting, which means that his upper body is at 160% with milestones. This means that while you can you can still get a lot of damage with kickboxing, you better off just using his legs for wall combos. Now every wrestling move that he has is good. You can basically just use his wrestling moves like with a kickboxing clinch in. For the most part, they'll be stunned. Now let's say you get 3 kickboxing kicks in and then do a wrestling move. That's a stun. Then on top of that, he also has a chain stun too. The Method Man chain stun, like the power bomb. This is why I said that he's kind of like a mixture of Red Man and Method Man. I'm gonna show you the Red Man aspect too. Bam. Send his heavy kicks, man. Now let me go explain though, like why he's actually so high up though. Okay, firstly, he's wrestling and he's wrestling first, and he's kickboxing. So right there, that's two red flags right there. Secondly, he has multiple true strings, and his wrestling moves are good. He doesn't have any trash wrestling moves. Like all of his wrestling moves was like come out with that kickboxing will stun you. And on top of that, he also has a chain stun too. He's the only one out of all the wrestling kickboxing archetypes that has a chain stun. So that means that if you get a high charisma, if you have a build with high charisma, you build like a little bit of charisma and do that power bomb, you already have blazing, and that's enough to end the game. And even after the blazing, you still have moves to continue like stuns and do momentum stuns. It's the build is too high damaging to not be up here. The only real thing that's holding it back though is that it has parry minus. Because having wrestling or submission first, and then you have like martial arts, you're gonna have parry minus by default. That's just like how the game is coded. And fortunately, that's probably a good thing, because this build would have been way too broken if it had like parry plus.
Yeah, that freight trainer hit you? That was me.
You in some serious trouble now.
To be honest, I didn't really have any corny jokes to make with this one, so I'm gonna just get straight down to business with him. Fighter stats are pretty good. 180 upper body, max leg health, and I guess I say near max health. His toughness and speed are alright. So it's a whole lot of stuff you can do in neutral, but for the most part, you want to focus on his forward kick punch, his 3 forward kicks, and his 3 forward punches. His heavy forward kick is good for like moving in and like putting pressure on. I wouldn't advise using it against someone with parry plus, because they can just parry it and then that's a free combo. His haymaker is also really good. Like, his haymaker is really good. You can chain it multiple times. That's the one benefit that custom characters have with these haymakers, like specifically with the Homer one. So you might see it with Hopkins and even Mamba. The main threat about Fighter though is his submission move, because Fighter has some of the best submission moves in the entire game. Just look at this. I'm not even trolling when I say this, man. He has the same submission move that Prodigy has. He also has the Slick Rick submission move too. That's literally everything he needs. Like the Slick Rick armbar, the D-Mob Koji clutch, and the Prodigy head submission. So that's mainly about it. That wraps it up. Good haymaker, good submission game. And he also has touch of death potential. As in, like, let's say you get a stun off, you do your blazing, you can continue a stun right after it by doing submission moves. Like, doing more submission moves that stun your opponent. So not only are you basically just taking away your opponent's ability to play the game, you're just finishing it off too. Like, he's broken. The only thing that's holding him back is probably just speed. That's about it.
Damn, I'm good.
Bow down to the champ, chump. Any last words, punk?
You have been given a wedgie. Where do I start with this one, bro? I've been trying to tell people for the longest time now. Bushido was top 3. I was adamant about that the moment I start playing him. Like he's too. But I ain't gonna even troll around with this one. Let me just explain why this character is so broken. Firstly, out of all the created characters, he's the fastest by far. Like it's not even close. Yeah, he has 200 speed, similar to any other build that got martial arts and kickboxing. But his attacks, his running kick, is one of the best running kicks in the game. It's extremely fast. You can chain it into multiple other ones. You can chain it into his kick, a running punch, and even a running grab. It's the only build I know that can do that. Like to do the infinite, all you need to do is 2 neutral punches and block cancel them like perfectly. So it's probably better to do it from behind. Like if you manage to get behind the opponent, then that's when you can do it. But you can also do it from the front too. When you're on the wall, use his 3 neutral kicks. That's his best wall string. And I'm telling you, all the moves are good, to be honest. They all do lots of damage. Every 2-hit string is true. This means that you can literally just chain up combos for as long as you want. Like all the 2 hits you want. You can't infinite with them. That's just like the neutral punch. But for a time, let me think that neutral kick was an infinite. And it might be, to be honest. There is one really big flaw about this character. And I don't know if this is a bug or not, but he can't KO. He can't KO with his kickboxing clinches. I don't know if this is intentional or not. I don't know. I don't really know, but you can still kill with your wrestling moves, so it don't really matter. Also, if you're dealing with an opponent that loves to just camp on the ground, use his running punch. It's really good for it has invincibility frames and it can bait the opponent. They think they get a free grab off, and boom, you hit them with a grab counter. It's that good. His backward punch might be one of the best spacing tools in the whole game. Literally, not only is the 3-hit true, you can do backwards punch, punch, punch. It's true. It has range, and it gives a lot of charisma. It's so good for applying pressure. He also has a chain stun too with his light grab or right punch. It's not tied to his kickboxing clinch, unfortunately. But, it still works out. If you're trying to edge out and get that blazing, you can hit it off. His backward and neutral heavy kick are really good because they're safe on parry neutral and parry minus. It's not safe on parry plus. And don't use his forward heavy kick. You also want to use his backwards heavy punch too. It's extremely fast, and you can get a heavy grab off of it. Literally, the only thing that's holding Bushido back is just parry minus. That's literally it. But as much as I want to say that if he had parry plus, he'd be number 1. I don't know, because this next build is something from a different realm.
Yeah, that freight trainer hit you? That was me. Hope you like the taste of my knuckles, chump.
You can't stack up to me.
I don't know what that was, man. We just witnessed the power of Obi Goodlove at work there, but alright. This is unquestionably the best character, like, in the entire game. Alright, we'll start here. So his neutral punch is one of the fastest like jabs in the entire game. And you can literally like it's Omar Epps crazy legs level. You just literally like if someone's trying to like if someone's trying to play punches with you, just use the neutral punch. And on top of that, the neutral punch has too many links that you can link into. Like it's not even fair. You got neutral punch kick kick, neutral punch kick punch, and you can even do forward punch 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 as well. Every single one of these strings leading to his neutral heavy kick, which is the backflip kick. It's guaranteed almost every single time to land. Like sometimes you might be able to squeeze a parry off, but even that's safe on all parries. So you can't do nothing against it. Maybe you can get a block off, maybe get a string, but the chance that only happens if you just do it off random. Every single 2-hit string that he has works. It's true, except his neutral punches. If you're gonna use his neutral punch, only use it for like a stuff, like a one and done, or just chain it with his kicks. Another broken thing about this character is that his chain stun is linked to his kickboxing attacks. So that means that you can literally do like 4 kickboxing hits, and then after that you do the next snap, and they'll still be stunned. And then you can get 4 more, or even like 5 more. Like it's just a whole mess. And you got blazing. You can do blazing too. And on top of that, because he has parry plus, he has the potential to end the game in 1 parry. Like he's one of the only builds that can actually do that. You can't get it off with dynamic because he's parry minus. You can't get it off with most parry neutral builds because like they need to get some charisma with it. You could probably get it with like reflex or element, but it's not as dangerous or potent as, using it with Tony. The only problem that Tony really has is that his toughness and health are average around the board. He can one combo people, but he can also be one combo. And he also doesn't have the tools to like prevent the one combo, so like no submissions. But I guarantee you, like he's probably gonna like one tap you before you one tap him. So good luck with that.
Check it out, son. I got one. Yeah, I'll break you in 2. While you down there, how about you shine my shoes?